I'm just gonna dive in. And once again introduce myself. I am God and I go by the name Nasha in this particular form. And I gotta be honest, I've been feeling a little bit out of sorts, not really feeling like myself, but I had to do this today. And it's going to be a big topic today. I'm going to be talking about sexuality, a really big topic. And I wasn't going to do it now, but then I realized that yesterday was the International Day against homophobia, biphobia, and transphobia. So then I thought, oh, maybe it's meant to be. I'm a day late, but I'm sure you can excuse me. So that's going to be the topic of this particular video today. And if you go back to my previous videos, you'll see that my skin is not usually this smooth. I'm using the particular filter today just to make myself feel a little bit better. But the skin is not usually this smooth. This is filter, okay? Just so you know. I don't usually look this smooth. I mean, the beauty is there. Don't get me wrong. Filter cannot create this, okay? The eyes, the nose, the lips, everything is mine. But the smoothness, no, darling, this is a filter. I just want to be real, okay? Right, so, glasses. Once more, you know I'm crazy about glasses. Every day I'm going to wear a new pair of glasses. This is one of my favorites. Blue. Going with the color blue today. Right, so, going back to... Sorry, a little bit out of breath. Like I said, I've been feeling a little bit sick. Right, so coming back to our topic, sexuality. Like I said, I am God and I am all forms of sexualities. I'm all the experiences that are being had. Okay, all sexual experiences, all sexual attractions are that of mine and mine only. And for those of you that say you believe in God, you know, you worship God, you're all about God, okay, but then you go ahead and call your fellow human being who has different sexual attractions than yours, okay, there's a homosexual or a bisexual or a transsexual or a pansexual or an asexual, and you call them sick or abnormal. Okay, this particular video is for those of you, is for you. Who are you calling abnormal, darling? Who are you calling abnormal? Who are you calling sick? God. Because let me tell you something. I am God and I am all of them. I'm the homosexual and the bisexual and the asexual and the pansexual and the heterosexual and all the sexuals. All right? I mean, for you to think that God can only have one form of sexuality. Oh my God, how small do you see me? I'm infinite, darling, infinite. So many layers to my existence. Woohoo! Yes, so many layers. Okay, of course I can't have just one form of sexuality. I'm infinite. Yeah. Don't make me small with your beliefs. Do not make me small. Darling, and for those of you also who think heterosexuality is the norm and anything other than that is abnormal, and the reason for it is because, well, through heterosexuality there's the creation of babies, yeah? Again, what makes you think that God's intention is just to create babies? Huh? What about the creation of love? What about the creation of connection? Huh? You think creation only takes form in, the birth of babies? No, darling. No, darling. When two people come together, regardless of their gender, there's birth of many things. Passion, love, connection, experiences, lessons. Yeah, all of those are creations. All of those are me. I am all of them. All right? Okay? Right. Let's go back to no filter, huh? I didn't really like the filter. I just suddenly noticed. I was so busy talking, I didn't realize. Suddenly noticed as I'm looking this way and I look at that way and the eyelash goes that way. This Come on, filters. Don't do that to us. And don't cause temptation. No. Right. I just want to go back at this time, like I said, with no filter, and just add, that the fucked up thing about all of this is that all those homophobic feelings are also mine. Because God is everything. Everything that is being experienced, everything that is being had is God's. And that's why I say God is insane. I'm insane. You're insane. We're all insane. You know why? Because I come in one form and I start having all these beautiful feelings and experiences that goes against someone else's experiences and standards. And then that someone else is also me. So then I resent myself in this form and in that form, and then I judge myself. Really, it's just fucked up. It's just fucked up. And then you may ask, but why God does this? Why does God resent itself in some forms and then worship itself in other forms, loves itself in this form and then hates itself in that other form? You know what I mean? It's a game, darling. It's a game, but there's more that goes to this. It's deep. It's complicated. It's not something I can cover in a small video. We'll come back to that if you want to know why God is insane. If you want to know why this game, okay, you're going to have to stay tuned. There's going to be more videos on my channel about that. I am going to talk about it. I am going to get into it. And I am going to talk about the reasons as to why I do this. I, the God. Yeah. Why I do this. Why this game. Why. Stay tuned and you'll find out. But just be aware of this, that everything and everyone and every experience is me, is God. And hopefully that should help with a little bit less judgment, a little bit less resentment, a little bit less hatred, and more love, more accepting, more understanding. Right, let's leave it at that. Okay. And love to all the LGBT family. Love you all. Be you. Be you. Bye.